One of my coaching clients walked into a networking meeting at 8 a.m. this Tuesday. By the time she left 2 hours later, she'd met 30 new business owners, had 4 of them ask her to follow up about AI services, and one of them, a plumber with 12 employees, is probably going to become a paying client this month. Meanwhile, another one of my students sent 5,000 cold emails over the last couple weeks. 0 replies, meetings, or clients. But that is a story for another video. Same coaching program, offer category, and week. Completely different results. I'm not telling you this to bash cold email. I love cold email, but there's this weird gap in the AI consulting world right now where everyone is obsessed with cold outreach, LinkedIn DMs, ad funnels, basically anything you can do from your couch. And almost nobody is talking about the channel that's quietly putting money in AI consultants' pockets, which is actually leaving your house and meeting people face to face. So if you're grinding cold outreach with no replies, or you've been on LinkedIn for 3 months and nothing's hit, this video is going to be a little uncomfortable because I'm about to tell you that the thing that you've probably been avoiding is probably the thing that would get you your first client the fastest. I help builders and freelancers transition to AI consultants who close 4-figure projects and retainers and build scalable businesses. And if you want to land your first or next AI client, you can take part in the 4-week challenge inside of my free school community of like-minded people, where you'll find a free course that's honestly better than most paid courses out there, and you'll get direct one-on-one access to me for whatever questions you might have. The link is down below. In this video, I'm going to break down why face-to-face networking is the most underrated lead generation channel for AI consultants right now. I'll explain why AI consultants specifically have a structural advantage in these rooms, and I'll talk about BNI specifically, what it costs, and honestly, who it's not for. And then I will show you the Claude workflow that turns every networking event into a closing tool. You'll walk out of a conversation with a business card, take a picture of it, and have Claude send a meeting invitation in about 60 seconds. And I'm going to tell you the one specific moment that you should pull out your phone and do this, because if you do it at the wrong moment, it actually hurts you. So stick around for that. Now let's dive in. All right, so why is this channel working right now? 3 reasons. First, AI is so new right now that you become the educator, not the salesperson. Most business owners are curious but confused. They've heard about ChatGPT, maybe poked at it once. They don't know what it could actually do for their business. So when you walk in as the AI person, you're not selling, you're answering questions. That's completely different than being a marketing agency trying to elbow your way in with 3 other marketing agencies. People walk up to you because they're curious. Picture this. You're standing there at 8 a.m. with a coffee and somebody walks up and says, "So you do AI? My front desk can't keep up with phone calls. Can you fix that?" That's a sales conversation that you didn't even have to start. And those conversations are happening in networking rooms all across the country. Second, you're early. Right now, in 2026, most local networking chapters don't have an AI automation seat filled yet. Most don't even have a category for it yet. You're walking into a market that hasn't been claimed. In a year or two, every BNI chapter in every city will have an AI consultant in it. That seat will be taken. You'll be competing on differentiation instead of walking in and owning the entire space. So this is time sensitive. Third, trust is the new currency. People are getting battered with AI generated cold outreach right now. Their inboxes are full of it. They're suspicious of everything. They open an email that starts with, "Hey, I noticed your company," and they immediately assume that it's a bot. But when they shake your hand, when they hear your voice, that trust gets built in 90 seconds. That same exact offer that gets ignored in an email gets a "let's set up a call" when you say it to someone's face. And this is exactly what my client Steph is experiencing right now. She joined a BNI chapter in the Dallas area a few weeks ago. And after attending consistently and visiting other chapters as a guest, people now walk up to her after meetings. She doesn't have to approach anyone. They come to her. That's positioning happening in real time. That's something you cannot manufacture from your laptop. Okay, but you might be thinking, okay, Lindsay, networking events are so weird and exhausting and full of insurance salesmen who will come and hand me a business card that I'll never look at. And I hear you. So let me tell you why a specific kind of networking is way better than random meetups. Think of most service businesses as competing horizontally. 3 marketing agencies in a room, 2 realtors, 4 insurance brokers, all fighting over the same pie. AI consultants don't do that. You sit horizontally across from every other service in the room. You're not competing with the bookkeeper or the marketing agency or the realtor. You're enhancing all of them. The marketing agency has clients drowning in lead intake. AI can fix that. The accountant has clients who need bookkeeping workflows automated. The realtor has clients who need automated follow-up sequences. The insurance broker has clients that need a smarter quoting process. The lawyer has clients who need document review automated. AI can fix all of that. So you're not just looking at the 30 people in the room, you're looking at the 30 people in the room plus all of the clients that they collectively serve. That's potentially hundreds of warm referral opportunities sitting in one breakfast meeting. That's the math that nobody talks about. And that's exactly what Steph figured out. She met a marketing professional and immediately realized, wait, this isn't competition. This is a partner. Steph's AI services make this marketing person's clients more profitable. So the marketing person becomes a referral channel for Steph, and Steph becomes a marketing channel for the marketing person whenever one of her clients says that they have a marketing need. Both businesses grow. And here's where BNI specifically gets interesting. BNI has 1 seat per category per chapter. So if you join as the AI automation consultant, you're guaranteed to be the only one. No other AI consultant can compete with you in that room, ever. If you're still building confidence, that's massive. You don't have to outsell anyone. You just have to be present and competent. A BNI meeting looks like this. Early morning, structured agenda. Every member gives a 30 to 45 second pitch. Members are expected to bring referrals every week, 1 seat per category. The structure forces consistency. And in big metropolitan areas, there are tons of chapters, which means you can visit other chapters as a guest. Steph is doing that in the DFW area. One morning, she met 30 new business owners just by subbing at a different chapter. That's a velocity of warm introductions that you can't get any other way. Now, let me be honest about what's hard. BNI costs roughly $1,000 to $1,500 per year. That's real money. But honestly, the price acts as a filter. The people who pay it are serious. You're not sitting next to time wasters. The time commitment is real too. Weekly meetings, expected one-on-ones, referrals brought to the table every week. If you don't have time to do that, BNI will manage you instead of you managing it. And the culture. Some people describe BNI as a little culty. You might feel like you've joined a secret society at first. If you can't handle a little rah-rah energy at 7 a.m., this might not be your move. So who is BNI good for? Consultants who can commit to a weekly rhythm for the next 6 to 12 months. People who already have basic service delivery dialed in. And I know what some of you are thinking, but I want to use BNI to get my first client. And I get it, but go build something first. Even if it's free, even if it's for a friend's business. Get 1 piece of small proof and then come back. BNI is for converting trust into clients. It's not for figuring out what you do. And quick note, BNI isn't the only structured referral network. There's BX, chambers of commerce, industry-specific meetups. These principles apply to all of them. BNI is just the most recognizable name. Okay, now let me show you what you actually do in these rooms, because all of this is wasted if you can't convert a conversation into a meeting. And this is where most consultants are leaving money on the table. Step 1, you finish your 45-second pitch. Someone walks up. They're a plumber. 12 employees, drowning in customer calls. You have a real conversation. What they do, what's broken, what they want fixed. Maybe 5 minutes. This is a real human conversation, not a pitch. Step 2, you exchange business cards. Do not shove that card in your pocket. Do not throw it in your bag with the other 14 cards. Step 3, pull out your phone. Open Claude. Take a picture of their business card and upload it. Voice dictate a quick brain dump. Just talk into the phone. I just met this guy, plumber, 12 employees getting slammed with customer calls. We talked about an AI receptionist that could handle inbound calls, take messages, and book appointments. Set up a 30-minute Zoom next week. Then tell Claude to draft and send an email from your Gmail account using your Calendly link, referencing what you talked about. What happens in the next 60 seconds? Claude pulls the name, email, and phone off the business card, drafts a personalized follow-up that references the actual conversation, sends it from your Gmail, logs the contact somewhere where you can find it later. Step 4, and this is the step that I think everybody's gonna miss. You show them what you just did. You say, hey, I just used Claude to help coordinate our follow-up. You should have an email in about 30 seconds with my Calendly link. Pick any time that works and we're booked. And then their phone buzzes and they look at it. They see your email. And then they realize that the AI that they were just hearing about in your pitch is the AI that just sent this email. They just experienced it. That moment does 3 things. 1, it closes the loop on the meeting. They book it then and there. 2, it demonstrates your service in real time. You didn't explain it, you showed it. And 3, and this is the part that most people don't think about, it plants the seed for every other person in the room watching. Because in a BNI room, everybody watches everybody. If somebody sees you do this, they're the next person walking right up to you. Now, here's the part that you have to get right. Remember at the top when I said there's one specific moment that you should pull out your phone, and if you do it wrong, it actually hurts you? This is it. Do not do this when you first meet someone. Do not lead with it. If the first thing you do is whip out your phone and start taking pictures of their business card, you look gimmicky. It feels like a trick. Do it after you've had the real conversation, after you actually understand their business. The workflow is the close, not the bait. Get that order right, and it's magic. Get it wrong, and it's cringe. One more thing. The data compounds. If you do this for every conversation at every meeting for a year, not just booking meetings, you're building a structured database of every business owner that you've met, what they do, what they need, and how to follow up. That database becomes your CRM. That database becomes your referral engine. After 12 months, you own a gold mine. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Lindsay, I'm an introvert. I got into AI partly because I don't want to do sales. The idea of walking into a room of 30 strangers at 7 a.m. is my literal nightmare. And I hear you, and this is the objection that I hear the most. 3 quick things. 1, the Claude workflow is the icebreaker. You don't need to be charismatic. You need to be a person that can do something useful with AI in front of somebody else's face. The tech is the icebreaker. And honestly, introverts do better in these rooms than extroverts do, because the value isn't charisma, it's competence. 2, you're an educator, not a salesperson. Business owners will walk up to you because they have questions. You don't have to work the room. You stand there and answer questions. That's the whole job. And 3, the structure is actually a gift for introverts. BNI has an agenda. You know exactly what's going to happen, when you speak, and how long you have. That removes the social ambiguity that drains introverts. Compare that to a random happy hour when you feel compelled to go insert yourself into somebody else's conversation. BNI is weirdly the introvert-friendly version of networking. And listen, I've lived this. A year ago, I was making $50K a year doing marketing for an insulation company. Most of my work was through email and Slack. When I started transitioning into consulting, putting myself out there felt unnatural, but I found structures that made it doable. Content recorded on a schedule, one-on-one calls with predictable formats, networking groups with predictable agendas. That structure is what made all the difference. Okay, now let's wrap this up. Now you understand that face-to-face networking is one of the highest trust, lowest competition channels available to AI consultants right now. You understand why AI consultants specifically have a structural advantage. You're not competing with anyone in the room, you're enhancing everyone. You know what BNI is, what it costs, and who it's good for. And you have a Claude workflow that turns every conversation into a potential close. And just to drive home the point from the beginning, that one specific moment that you should pull out your phone, it's after the conversation, not before. The Claude moment is the close and not the bait. And if you want to land your first or next AI client, you can take part in the 4-week challenge inside of my free school community of like-minded people, where you'll find a free course that's honestly better than most paid courses out there, and you'll get direct one-on-one access to me for whatever questions you might have. The link is down below. And drop a comment below. Are you currently doing any in-person networking? And if you are, what's working for you? I read every comment. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.